Welcome to the Reloading Podcast here on the. What the heck? Who's that old guy staring back? Crikey, I've gotten old. Anyway. Hello, welcome to the Reloading Podcast here on the Firearms Radio Network, presented by Primary Arms. How's everybody doing tonight?
Not bad. Not bad.
Pretty good.
So that's a weird. So, preparation for tonight, I had to make a case to get it stuck.
Okay.
So I put it in the good old-fashioned, damn it, I can never remember the name of that thing. Good grief.
Frankfurt Arsenal. Stuck case remover. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Pile driver.
pile driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I put it in the pile driver. And after one pile drive, the bullet was mostly out, but not all the way out. So then I put it in again. And as you can see,
Yeah.
the bullet's still in there.
Still hanging in there.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
So, yeah. Whatever. But I better not do that on the computer. So yeah. Come on. Get unstuck. Whatever. So yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. So that is a long ass 308 bullet. So anyway.
Yeah.
So as the thing says, we're going to talk about I got a stuck case, but we're going to do that later. I just got to set the camera up so I can actually show that really well. But anyway, so I basically worked and that was about it. What's everybody else been up to?
I'm looking to head back home. So, this week I got one more doctor's visit, and he says then the next appointment is going to be in January, so I can go back to my reloading room.
Yay, reloading room.
So I'm doing good. I'm up to 4 miles a day and walking, and I can get my heart rate up according to the stress test that they gave me. I can get my heart rate up into the 140s. So
nice.
Yeah. Other than that, hey, that's it. Nick.
Not too much. Had to work a couple days this week. That's about it, really. Just getting ready for some trips coming up. Other than that, just a pretty calm, relaxing week. So,
have you been out to the hunting yet?
No, it's too warm still.
Okay.
Here it's been 75 pretty much all week. So mornings have been the time to go, but it's just by the time you get out there, and if you were to get something, you would almost need to have a UTV to get it back to the vehicle, and then you'd have to pack the chest cavity full of ice, and I'm not going to go through that yet.
Okay. I always pack them full of ice. I mean,
it's a good habit. But it's been so dang warm. I figure once we get a first frost, then it'll be go time.
Okay. Yeah, those milk jugs, you can freeze them things up so nice, and they fit in the freezer nicely.
Mm-hmm.
That, and they, fit very well inside of of a deer cavity or any animal cavity. Get that temperature down fast.
Yep.
So we have another member that's playing hooky today. He's got his gun club meeting.
Yep.
And our other representative of the other sex is
Slacking.
out on a mission.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah, well,
Allegedly. So. We'll see what happens. All right. What the hell?
whoop.
Stupid. Okay, that's better.
Mac Raven, you mounted yours to a 2x4. I would suggest that I mounted mine onto a sheet of plywood, and that seems to have held it pretty well. Andy 79Z28. No, but if you hit a woodchuck with properly, there's usually not so much of it to try to skin out. So, there goes the show. Paul Loud's here.
Comedy. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get the camera set up so we can see. Okay. I think that'll work. Little, it's not quite level. Okay. Anyway, so what's one of the key things we need in order to stick a die? Or I mean, stick a case.
Well, case first.
I got a case. I got a die.
Okay.
So this die has been freshly cleaned with carb cleaner because it was closer than the brake clean. So we set it up like I normally would. Yada, yada, yada. Andy said the key. No lube. That's right, boys and girls. We're going in dry. So let's see if we can stick a case, kids. Oh, look at that. We got a stuck case, boys and girls. We got a stuck case. Damn it. Now what do we do?
Now you get the fun part of ripping the
Extractor groove.
extractor off.
All right. Well, before I do that, I got to adjust this little beastie here because it's not quite in tight. So it's not going to let me do the force that I need to. 'Cause So let's fix this problem quick. What?
I see the Reloading podcast is taking the IRS approach.
That's right. All right. So how do I do that?
Lift that return handle, handle up there. See if you can rip the old.
So I want to kind of go like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's not stuck.
Well, what the hell?
That isn't stuck.
That figures. I can't stick a damn case when I want to. Damn it. Should have chose the Hornet I die. Oh, look what I did. Look what I did to both of those. Check out those necks.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, look at those necks.
Wow.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Oh.
Well, that takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why I can't get them stuck. Because the decapper wouldn't go through.
Oh.
Oh, look, here's a 30-06 case. Let's find that 30-06 die. Or maybe I've got some 308. I gotta have some 308 around here somewhere that I can get stuck. I thought that'd work, but hang on a second, gang.
Well, he went into this show telling us that he's never stuck a case before, and now I can see why.
Hey, what happens if we try and size a 243 case in a 308 die?
Should go in.
Damn it.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Oh, maybe. Oh, there we go. Now we're stuck. Yeah, I think we're stuck now.
All right.
I will be back in a second, though. I got to get a C-clamp because the problem is this is not strong enough to actually allow me to do what I need to do. So, because, that would be too easy.
Okay.
If I had the
Well,
if I had the steel plate on there, it'd be fine. But as you can see, it lifts right up.
yep.
So
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Jason,
Jason. Okay. You live, Jason. I guess his wife cut his tongue out. No, Jim is supposed to be around after his gun club meeting, but Jason is lost in space there. Has had his whoop. There he goes. We lost him again.
he said he can't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay, so oh my goodness. Okay. Pardon my French, but it's stuck in the shell holder.
Now you got a stuck case in the shell holder, not the die.
Oh, the primer's stuck in there. That's why. That I can fix easily. Easily because I'm lazy.
I can hear now,
Hi, Jason.
Oh,
Hello.
hi there.
gentlemen.
What you been up to?
Just got a heck of a deal on some flathead screws I ordered off of Amazon. Heck of a deal.
Shut up, Jason. So, for those of you who aren't in the know, I had to go to Menards, and I was looking for some wood screws because I'm fixing the railing that I crashed through a couple weeks ago. And oh, by the way, thanks to FW Arms, the brass is now out of the shell holder because the primer's punched all the way out. So hey, look, I got a stuck case.
That's the way to get stuck.
There are ways to stick cases. Okay.
It's stuck. What do I do?
Earlier in the chat, we were talking, and he said he's never stuck a case before.
Still
And
never stuck a case.
I've come to believe him now. I tell him to go out and run the and clean the die before he starts with some brake cleaner. So he goes out, sprays the die down with brake cleaner. Okay, now you got to stick the case. Now it just not can't happen. I mean, no lube whatsoever. I mean,
just like going to an IRS audit, bone dry,
Yeah.
baby.
So what happens? He still can't stick a case with a dry case and a clean clean die.
Paul out. He's just in rare form tonight. Visualize, if you will, a case stuck in a die. But he didn't have the punctuation, so he had to retype it with the punctuation. But any of us know exactly what that's from and know exactly how to say that. The younger kids, not so much. Nick, do you know what that's from?
What's from?
That type of line? Visualize, if you will, a case stuck in a die.
Gosh dang, I think I did. I just can't remember what it's from.
Yep. There you go. And then Paul's best line of the night. I knew I should have read the instructions on the resizing die. I'm doing it all wrong after I pounded the case into it.
Only on the Reloading podcast.
Right? I mean, I've never stuck a case, so you'd think I'd be able to stick a case, because, yeah. And I cleaned the die. I shot it like 6 times. And no. Let it dry completely. So it should be bone dry. And I know I'm strong, but I don't think I'm that strong that I can literally just pull the brass right back out.
Well, he doesn't even rip the head off the case. I mean, come on.
Right. So that's the worst part. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, gang. So take your die, stick it backwards up into the hole. Now, do you go flush, Paul, or do you go a little higher?
I go a little higher.
Okay.
Just because you gotta get the
And I still have to find my damn tripod. What the hell? I thought I had my other tripod here. Oh, there it is. Haha. Damn it. I know it's around here somewhere. All right. You know you got a lot of guns in the corner when you get your cord stuck on a stock. To be fair, I think only one of them will actually shoot. Maybe 2.
that's what they all say.
Anyway. So
instead of mounting the die in a vise,
because that's usually a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Some people could do it, but
what's the biggest issue with trying to do that? I mean, what's the?
Well, you can booger up the threads because most people have a steel jaws on their vise, and you clamp down on the jaws a little bit, and you try to turn the. First, you drill it, and then you're gonna tap it, and then you try to take the Allen key and try to remove the case. And a lot of times there's resistance there, and the wrench overcomes the resistance of the vise on the threads, and you can booger up some threads pretty quick.
So then you got a big old mess.
Then you got a bigger mess, right?
And you might as well just throw the die away to begin with.
Yeah. And then some people do dumb things like try to take the expander ball and try to push the case out with the expander ball. The expander rod and ball, and that
just seems like that would not make a good idea.
Well, they're usually made of pretty soft metal, and they bend.
Yeah.
So now you've spent $8 or $12 or whatever it costs to get a new expanding rod and pins and everything else, And you still have the stuck case.
Yeah.
So
I think that'll do it. Maybe, maybe not. Still gonna focus. All right. So I'm still learning how to do this
Mm-hmm.
with my DSLR. So
Oh, there we go.
So manually focus, I'm still working on learning. Okay, so I got the RCBS kit,
All right. First off, raise
which,
the die up in the press higher.
okay, so
Okay.
it's all these parts here.
Yeah.
So we'll set those off to the side. And then we went to
Okay.
die higher.
Keep going. Little more. Little more. Little more. Keep going. Right about there. That's
Okay.
good. Now,
Now,
if you
do I need
take
to
that,
lock it down?
I would lock it down.
Okay. Well, we're going to turn a little further to lock. So, okay, so it's locked down now.
Okay. Now then, you have a drill.
Yep.
Hello, dear. And another one that's had her tongue cut out.
Yep. So I have a drill.
All right. Now
And I'm
you
going to
got a
mute
drill bit.
myself while I switch it over to a drill bit.
Okay. Now it came with a drill bit.
Okay.
Now we're going to try to drill out the primer pocket.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to use that high precision tool that you have. Whoop.
So that didn't work.
Oh, doesn't seem to be locked down very well.
Well, that's because the lock's on the bottom side. So what I probably should have done on this and you all can learn from my mistakes because that's why we're doing this. So somebody just said make sure your decapping pin is not sticking into your primer pocket.
Uh-huh.
You can still smell the carb cleaner. Anyway. So what I should have done, and it is not sticking into the primer pocket. I do not see the decapping pin. So now crank it all the way back up. Yada, 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 yada. And now what I want to do is I want to actually get that on top. So I can lock it down. Like so. Now I can take my drill. And drill the center out.
Okay.
Okay. So now I got my drill. Or I got my hole drilled out.
Now you got to find that little funny thing that's got those interrupted threads on it.
You mean this thing?
And what does that say? It's a 1/4-20 tap?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you don't buy a stuck case remover, you know that it's a 1/4-20 tap and a 1/4-20 bolt will work. And
yep.
So now you do not need tap magic or anything else to do this. Brass is threads pretty easy. You will need a 1/4-inch wrench or a tapping
Or a tap wrench.
Tap wrench.
Okay, which I will go grab. I'll be right back. In the meantime.
And the other way to do it, and if you have a fully equipped shop, you could chuck it into the milling machine and just run it down with the milling machine.
In the meantime, while I'm at this break, Sharinda, what you been up to?
And she's got her tongue cut out again. We're not hearing a word from you. No, dear. If you go to the test part on the settings, can you check and you got that? Nope. Paul Loud, you'd tap anything.
Ha ha ha.
I'm back. Nice to hear you all so talkative.
Yes, we were trying to talk to Sharinda, but she kind of had the microphone issues. And Paul Loud is saying that he wouldn't tap candy. And the start.
See, this is the challenge always.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi there.
Hello, gentlemen.
How you been?
I am tired and recuperating.
Okay. Well, we're giving you the day off today as far as reporting on your Crimson Trace.
Paul.
Thank you, because I just had a weekend of 75 women at camp, and we had big fun. That's why I'm recuperating.
Okay.
And I made a walking stick. That was my takeaway from it. That's all I had time for. It was that, and it wasn't that busy. It was just so many people to take care of in a great way. That's not a complaint.
Nice. Okay, Mike, we got that in there.
Yeah.
All right. Got enough threads on it?
It's now turning the brass.
Okay.
So the tap's stuck in the brass.
Pair of pliers?
Yep. Oh, hang on a second.
Okay.
Battery pack failure.
Oh, is that why your screen's black?
That's why
Yeah.
the screen is black. Yes.
So, and of course, ow.
Yes, Andy, 79Z28, it is unstuck now because he has applied enough torque to it to break it loose. But for the purpose of the demonstration, we are going to call it stuck still.
Yep.
I mean, really, when you have exhausted all your possibility, where you have had to hammer the case into the die, it's this is the
Yeah. Did you see that part, Sharonda?
Nope,
I don't think
not.
you did.
Mm-mm.
So, the whole entire premise of tonight was to show how to remove a stuck case. So, not only did we clean the die, but when I cleaned it with everything and could not get it stuck. Could not stick a case. So I literally took the die out of the press and beat the case into the die.
Yeah.
To stick it.
And before the show, Mike had mentioned that he had never stuck a case in a die. And I can see why now.
So.
Yep. Grab a hold of that with your... Just back it out now.
Yep.
You got enough threads on there to yeah, you're good there, but yeah.
Okay, so I got that in now.
All right. First off, take that out.
Okay.
Okay. Now you got looks like a cup with a hole in the bottom.
Yep.
All right. Set that sucker on top of there.
Like that?
Yep. Like that. Got a washer? No? Okay.
Probably not. So let me guess. The idea is turn this down and it.
Turn that down once it reaches the base of the
Now see if I wasn't being lazy and I wasn't trying to actually show this, I'd have already chucked up a bit in the drill and buzzed
Yeah.
this thing out. Andy said that carb cleaner must have lube in it.
Yeah.
So now the brass is just turning.
Brass is just turning. Okay.
So now if the brass is turning, technically,
It should come out.
this is where a vice grip should come in handy. Or at least a channel lock. So there we go.
Yep.
Good old Gerber to the rescue. Think Bear Girls. So now, good grief. I don't know where I put it.
Nick B. Do bulge bust 9mm? 9mm is a tapered case, so it's really hard to have a die that runs in far enough to bulge a case. The right way to debulge a 9mm case is with a roll sizer.
So as Andy79Z28 just said in the chat, guys, just watch my video on how to remove a stuck case. Because he actually has a legit stuck case that works the way it's supposed to. Not my comedy of errors. So. So what I'm going to do now, screw the die back down. I have the shell holder in my hand. And what I have to do is slide the shell holder onto the press and the brass at the same time.
Yep.
And voila. The case that was probably never really stuck in the first place is unstuck. So if I ever actually get unlucky enough to stick a case, kids, I'll actually do a regular video. So. But in the meantime, that's theoretically how it's supposed to work. So, I mean, at least you got to...
The theory.
You got to see how you do the drilling and the tapping and the unsticking. So. But. That's that. And that was definitely more painful than it should have been.
Yeah. But it happens, and it's more painful to actually really stick a case.
Right.
So.
But like Andy said, go over and head over to his YouTube channel 7079 Z28 and watch his video. So, sorry,
A
gang.
lot of brass out there, guys, is has a bulge in it, 9mm, 40, 10mm, even some 45, because the case isn't fully supported, and you need to get rid of that bulge, and a normal sizing die will not do that. A straight wall case is easier. 40 is and 10mm are both straight wall. You can run the die, run it through a Lee or Redding bulge buster, and it will take the bulge out. 9mm is a tapered case, and the only way to do a 9mm is with a roll sizer.
Jim.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, sir.
What you doing?
What am I doing? I'm doing fine.
What you been up to?
Apologize for being late, but we attended a rather important meeting at the San Lee Gun Club. Morris and I both did.
Yep.
That one back there.
Tis the first of the month.
I didn't make trouble.
She made trouble too. She
Yeah.
actually had a good suggestion for the management of some of the working issues of the club.
Yeah.
She participated.
Nice.
After all, she is a member.
Very good. So, Jim, as you can see, we tried to show how you remove a stuck case.
Yeah, I saw that earlier in the day. I will tell you guys, you haven't lived until you stuck a Milsurp case, Milsurp 3008 case, and a full length resizing die because of the fact the lubricant was not enough.
Hey, Jim,
Sir,
that was a Lake City brass that I just tried to stick.
you tried to stick?
Tried to stick. It did
Tried
not
to
stick.
You are kidding.
No, not kidding. Did not stick.
Why?
I don't
Your
know.
your die was must have been seasoned with lubricant.
No, I cleaned it before we started this mess. So, yeah, I tried to stick the case.
And you didn't have any luck, so you couldn't very well drill. Did you drill and tap it? And all that?
Yeah, I took the die out of the press, turned it over, stuffed the brass into it, and then pounded the brass into the die.
By God, you got stuck that time.
No, it's still. As I was tapping it, it broke loose.
Wow. Well, what kind of lube? You're guilty of using that Imperial sizing wax, aren't you?
Actually, the last time I used this die, it was one shot.
Hmm. Well,
And like I said, I used carb cleaner to clean it beforehand.
you use what? Call. I was going to say, because I was thinking about stuff you're going to tell me. Hoppy's number 9, which leaves behind a bit of a very faint molecular thick film of lubricant or petroleum distillates.
Nope, this was carb spray.
I got
It was
you.
closer than the brake clean, but it does the same thing. So
I just wanted to show that one. God.
yeah,
Anyway,
Gerald figured it out.
oh God, we knew those were coming.
Yep.
Somebody
Gerald
fell
figured
for the look at that puppy in the window thing.
Yep.
it out. Oh,
Candy
he's
must
beat.
have saddled him with that.
No, this is actually my sister's puppy. This is Hazel.
Yeah,
Was that your sister's puppy?
Oh no, it is hers.
We'll
It's
see
hers.
next week. If
No,
the puppy's
she'll
still there, it's yours.
No,
she will get it back this weekend. So
I'm pretty sure it is one of those. Either he returns the dog or dies
yeah,
slowly and painfully.
yeah. She's called like 4 times a day to check on her.
Seriously.
Yeah. So
That's what you call a slow and painful death.
yeah, she's a little 4-month-old. So she's
Yeah,
a rescue.
I don't know if you've heard that joke going around Facebook right now, but if you've got 3 dogs and somebody takes 2, how many do you have left? 3 dogs. No, if you have 3 dogs and somebody forcibly takes 2 of them, how many do you have left? 3 dogs and a dead body. Nick would be the dead body.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Look, he's looking like he wants to go get him now to come back and snuggle. Look.
No, I think he's worried about him going out and
Yep.
marking
Doing
some
it.
territory.
She's a chewer. She is a
she's
chewer.
a chewer.
So
Oh,
that's
she's doing a
gotta
wall.
keep her. So
That's right.
she's staying away from the gun area right now. She'll be up here, and she sleeps with me in the bed, so she avoids that. So
Nice.
Oh, is there enough room for you, the dog, and Candy?
ha, funny.
No, Candy sleeps on the floor when the dog's over. Come on.
Oh,
Priority.
wow.
Ah. Anybody want some brass? $5. I know what I got here. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, there you go. Fuzz 4K.
That's always a good person to have on your friends list, Andy. Fuzz to 4Gate.
Yeah.
Says when they leave your kids with you, they never call, but when they leave their puppy, you get 100 calls. Ain't that
Yeah.
the truth?
And FaceTime.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yep.
That is the truth. Trying to think if there's anything new and interesting that came in this week. Walther's got a new 22 mag pistol. Looks pretty decent.
Didn't anybody see the leaked item that could potentially be coming at SHOT Show
No. Did not.
Mm-mm.
from our good old staple gun friends, like Paul likes to say?
Oh yeah,
New rifle. The new
yeah.
rifle.
I think that is still. I think that's. Damn, that's harsh.
Oh my, good
Wow,
job,
Ray.
Ray.
Wow.
Nick's got an itch between his eyes. I don't quite understand that.
Wow. Dang. That's harsh.
Primer report is you have to visit multiple gun shops to find them.
Cabela's had some earlier this week. They were gone in a day. I was just out at Fleet Farm today picking up that tool that I kind of got to use. At least I show you how it's supposed to work. Anyway. And they had some Federal Gold Match small pistol, and that was it. Those are the 2 big primaries in this area. You just got to be really diligent. So, good luck with that, Fuzzy Fork. That's not going to work. Anyway, yeah, I mean they're out there. We're not seeing any more at Cabela's, but that's because when we get an order of in, you're talking, 180 stores that they divided amongst. So, but I know some of the smaller places are getting them.
What kind of prices do you see, Mike?
They pretty much stabilized. Cabela's, you're looking at $90 a brick. $90 a thousand.
$90 a brick?
$90 a thousand.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Jason knows the kind of language going through my brain.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much normal right now, kids.
We've had them locally, I think, right around 65, 70. when I've checked. I haven't been checking much.
I have seen them anywhere from $75 to $125. So, you know,
And that's just for the regulars. That's not for BRs or match or
Yeah.
anything like Magna, anything special. That's just your regulars.
BRs, I have not seen a BR anywhere or a gold medal match. Just have not seen one.
Hey, Paul,
Yes.
here you go.
Oh.
You're the devil, Michael.
Can you show me what they look like? I mean, really. I mean, with the you hold one up and they got the B on the bottom, engraved in the bottom.
I'll help you out, Mike.
Well, no, the goal is to shoot it out without shooting them out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got the little B on them.
Yeah.
So, stupid camera.
Yep. There
Yep.
it is.
See, there you go. Now you've actually seen some, Paul.
Okay, just a minute. I got to get a towel here to wipe my screen off.
Oh, here you go, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Keyboard's getting a little wet here too. Fuzz Fork 8. In the 70s, you should be able to buy primers back in the 70s for under $10.
Yep.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Because I remember pre Sandy Hook, they were like, probably about 15, $18 $1,000.
Yeah.
And they went up to 35 and 40, and they stayed there. And then COVID came, and they tripled in some cases. So
I bought in 2012. I bought 20,000 small rifle primers, and I paid $120 per 5,000.
now you're paying $120 for a
For
1,000.
1,000. Yes. Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
SMH.
Yep. But
This is not the place for it. But I would, for comments about ruining the American economy by introducing COVID.
There we go.
Yeah, Alexander Romero's got a comment up.
there you go. Brownells has got small bench rest primers.
Yep.
Get her done.
$165 for 100. That would be $165 per 100 or 1,000. Excuse me.
Yeah. So yeah. But anyway. So yeah, I mean, you really don't. Basically, the whole entire premise behind what we did tonight, in getting that case unstuck, and you wouldn't need to buy the fancy kit to do it. All you'd really need is a drill bit and a tap and a bolt or a screw. Is what we did. So literally,
And
what
washer.
you're doing.
And washers.
Yeah. So I mean, literally, what we did. It was we drilled out the primer pocket, then tapped the primer, what was left of the primer pocket, ran the bolt into it. So, sorry, I already shut the computer down for the other camera, so which I shouldn't have.
I can see the threads there for a moment.
Yeah. So, So now I just need one of them their fancy breech plugs like you got in your new muzzle loaders, and I could reuse this case. Anyway. So if you stick a case, there is a way to fix it. That's the thing.
The case is gone though, just so you know. So try not to stick your Lapua cases in your Peterson and your Alpha Brass, 'cause that gets a little expensive.
Don't tell anybody that was a Lake City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I was still cringe when I think of the night that I stuck 7 cases in one evening
Oh no, that's not.
because I was using that damn lead. I've told you guys about that. That's when I decided to switch to straight lanolin for machine gun brass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jim, I lied. This wasn't the machine gun. This wasn't the Lake City brass. The Lake City brass was the first one I tried to get stuck and didn't get stuck. This was the 243 Win case that I resized to 308 and still didn't get it stuck.
Okay, good job, Mike.
But this was a Remington piece of brass, so nobody cares. It wasn't Lake City.
Yeah, pretty much.
Custom Remington brass.
Yeah.
$20. I know what I got. Oh. Jim. He's just sitting there shaking his head. Oh.
I'll say
And
one
I
thing
haven't
about
even had
moving to
anything
North
to
Carolina.
drink tonight, kids.
I'll say one thing about moving to North Carolina. It's pretty much insulated me from this inflation crisis we've gone through.
That's good. Did you get any hurricane mess?
We didn't even have. We had a few leaves. That was it.
Maybe a little rainstorm?
Well, we had lots and lots of rain, probably 20 inches of rain. But we live up on a hilltop, on the knoll of a hilltop, and our yard is like concrete. It's so hard that
So it just runs off.
It just runs off. But
Oh, so it's all clay.
so the next clay with sand and gravel mix. I believe it's a glacier deposit. Is what I believe it is.
Oh, so
Anyway,
it's probably from up here.
it could be. But the thing is, it's like I had my shoes underwater the day of the hurricane itself. That was Friday. The next day, the yard was bone dry.
Nice.
Then Sunday, it rained misty all day.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we
that's
got
good to
lucky,
hear then.
real lucky. We live about 3 hours away from the Atlantic coast, and I like it that way.
Yeah.
That hurricane was so big, he actually went over the mountains up into West Virginia,
Oh, wow.
crossed over the Appalachian Mountain range. God. But we got lucky, real lucky. I got Fuzz Fork 8, number 8. I like your comment. I'm going to put that up there. Thumb it up, folks. 32 watching, 19 thumbs up. I'm going to put mine on there right now. I am number 20. And I just got on. Thanks, Fuzz.
Yeah, that's the truth, Fuzzy Fork.
Hey, lady, I just realized you're come and gone. So she's got a powder horn.
Ooh, like powder horn.
Unmute, dear. Unmute. Thank you. Nope, not yet. There you
Okay.
go.
I went to go grab the shiny things I won.
That's a powder measure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Black powder measure.
Yep.
A powder horn.
Oh.
So what you gonna do with all that trash?
Oh, eventually I'm going to get some other trash to use it, but we're talking about a couple years down the line.
So you get
Well, you
yourself
still owe me a part.
Oh,
Yeah.
Key ring?
a key ring?
12 millimeter, 10 millimeter.
No,
key
no,
ring?
no, no. You said that you were going to look online and
I
send
did.
me the link of what I'm supposed to buy so it can ship to your house.
I didn't find the link, so I told you to do your own looking.
No, you didn't.
Oh, jeez.
You ain't gonna win this, Jim.
You're right.
Mm-mm.
You know you ain't gonna win this.
Mm-mm. I'll send. I have.
Would
the
you
12
please go and
millimeter.
find a 10mm ring, Sharenda? I'm asking you now.
Okay. Yes, sir. I would do
I
that.
won.
Because I think the smallest I found was 12, and you said, "Hold up before you buy that." And the one time I did as I was told, I'm in trouble.
You're not in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm trying to argue with you. Anyway, if you would try to find remember too what I showed you. It's a professional key ring, not a trash ring that you get from your car dealer.
Yes, and this may actually end up being a liquor flask.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can use it for liquor, but okay.
Well,
Liquor's
put
got
the straight
alcohol.
grain in. Put some ethanol in it first to season it.
I mean, you can. I mean, you can do anything once.
Yeah, but the problem is they use a glue to hold and nails to hold the bottom in, and
Well,
the
what
glue.
fun are you?
Yeah, I know. Well, all your alcohol leaks out.
Yeah, but she's got to learn that the hard way.
Okay.
No, I was thinking. I actually don't want to. I'd have to buy another and play with. I was thinking maybe get it cut, make this part the screw cap, and see if I can fabricate something in the inside for the actual booze bottle.
You're overthinking it, sweetheart.
That's the fun in it.
That's a whole new ballgame. I'm still working on your pellet holder.
Yeah.
Wait. This is the keeper because I want it.
Okay.
You're gonna be waiting a long time. He got the basis down, but now he's got to turn the center out of him.
Damn you, loud! Look at that. Professional keyring in 10mm versus amateur in 40 Smith.
Yeah.
Dang.
Finally found the target tonight, did you, Paul? I mean, that would be Paul Loud, not Nelson.
I did get to play with some of the brass. The glass I got, and sent the young lady home with one to borrow during whitetail season.
Oh, okay. And how was your trip to Crimson Trace?
Oh my gosh, that trip was amazing. It was fun. I think I'm gonna kidnap the girl that showed me how to use the equipment and mount it. She's only 2 hours away. I could probably go steal her for a couple of events and then take her back. I think I pitched to them that I think it would be great in 2023 if they would either we could take a trip up there, and I say we, a group of women, or they can come up here and we can do an event on the proper ways and the proper equipment you need to use to mount your own scope. And then they can ask them questions about their products. Because if I had $10 for every woman that I heard this weekend, well, my husband's supposed to mount my scope, but he hasn't had time. Well, how long has that been? Oh, it's been about 6 months since I got my rifle. One lady actually messaged me and asked me, could she bring her rifle? I was like, sure, bring it on. So we snuck off and did that. Girls' happy hour runs a little bit different around here. There's usually no booze, but plenty of guns involved.
That's a good combination. No booze, lots of guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you got all the kit to mount scopes up and everything else?
Yeah. They gave me a green laser bore sighter, the magnetic one. But god dang, does that thing eat up batteries. Like I think I've only used it like 6 times and I already had to replace the battery.
Green lasers take much more power.
I
Yeah.
know, but I'm like, well, crap, did I forget to turn the damn thing off? So I'm going to see how this
Take the
goes
batteries
again.
out. Trying to take the batteries out in between.
Bet, because that's not going to work for me.
Yeah.
There you go, Shonda.
Say some men don't want to get shot, or they don't want their wife to get that prize buck they've been stalking on that camera.
Well, you know,
Wait till the wives find out what they really paid for the guns.
No, there's some of they've gotten a lot more educated. Some of these women are getting guns a little bit better than their husbands now, because their husbands had the same one for a while. So of course, when their wife goes and gets hers, it's the new and improved. So
You bet.
that's the difference between a Beretta and a Parazzi. Okay.
oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Justin, you're horrible.
He is. I think he just stores these and then on ding, 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 cue. Let me throw the parazzi out there.
Shonda, there you go. Gerald Fictor's backing me up.
Yep, store bats outside. Am I reading that right? I got my screen shrunk.
Store batteries outside.
Store batteries outside. Yeah, I'm
No,
definitely
outside
take that out.
the
I know.
bore side.
Yeah, outside the bore side, yeah. But I did get 4 scopes mounted and sighted in for up to 100 yards.
Nice.
Good. And each lady learned something, didn't she?
Yeah, and we actually have play dates. We're gonna go and just go shoot.
To the range and shoot.
We're gonna go to the range and we're gonna go and see what it's doing at 200 yards. Just some good old fashioned play dates.
Nice.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
And how
Yep.
many? And with your 6'5", how many? What's your come ups for 200 yards?
I don't know. I don't need where we were at. I can only shoot up to 100. So
Should be, if you're dead on at 100, then you should be up an inch at 2.
I figured it's as much, but you know
Maybe
what
inch
better
and a half.
way to find out than to just go shoot.
Well, okay.
Dang right, get it on. We expect a full report.
Yeah. But
Gotcha.
take your ballistic calculator with you so you can
Get some
enter the
dope.
stuff in, and then
You got dope.
dial it. You dial it first, shoot, and then see what you're off. That way, you know you can start correcting your BC and your gun to the velocity and your dope, as Mike would say.
Gotcha. I'm gonna need a couple of weeks though. I'm going to deer camp next week.
Well, that's what all the cool kids are calling it, is dope.
Well, I use the term deer camp loosely. I am going to go camp and get me some deer during archery season. So hopefully I see something and get something. Be gone for 4 days.
Well, there you go. Get her done.
It's my version of intro to backpack hunting 101. Only I'm going to be in the Princess Palace. My nylon mansion.
What
There you
is
go.
dope anyway? What is dope? You know what a dope
Got it
is?
on previous engagements.
What Jim said. I wasn't done sipping my coffee.
You and that coffee mug.
Hey, it could be worse. I could be sniffing lines instead. I drink brown powder.
No. We don't want you to hear about that.
Yeah, but sniffing lines of coffee isn't bad.
I've not tried that one yet. I have ate the beans though, straight.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what's really good is the beans covered in chocolate. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's amazing. They're a snack. So, anyway.
Yes, Fuzzfork 8. Yes, I heard about that one.
Yep. Yeah.
And and
That was on
they
Lake
have been
Erie.
they have been big winners for a long time, and now they're starting to wonder if they've been padding their catch.
Well, there's been reports in pretty much every contest they've been in for the last 5 years that they were doing this. And I don't remember how they wound up getting caught. I didn't read the story to find out how they finally got caught.
A guy protested, and it was on a videotape, and the guy protested that they didn't seem right, and they started to feel the belly of the fish, and they found hard parts there, and so they cut them open. And these are dead fish anyway, so just
Yeah.
the tournament was not where you catch and release. They
Yeah.
cut them open and found that they had wrapped lead weights around walleye fillets and stuffed it down into these fish.
To weigh them?
To weigh them, yes, because the more you weigh, the bigger the better chance you have of winning. And yeah, there are some really issues about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that serious to cheat?
$100,000 winning prize.
$100,000.
But there was some local guys here up, I think, Beaver Dam Lake a couple of years ago got caught, and it was only a $10,000 prize.
Yeah.
And those, Ray just said, I imagine a metal detector wand was used. They'll probably start. I don't know what Bass does, so they can keep that from happening. But
Well, I believe most bass is live catch.
yeah,
Unlike some events, it's post
yeah.
catch, and they release all the bass usually.
So yeah, you really wouldn't be able to shove weights down their gullet without killing the fish.
Yeah. Not, at least not the kind of weights that I was seeing coming out of the those walleyes. They're talking 4 or 5 ounces of lead sinkers, and
Yeah.
not just one, but they were taking 4 and 5 of them out. So
Yeah. What a shame.
yeah, guys, if you try to use fish caught and frozen prior to tournaments, yep,
Especially ice fishing.
yeah. And the bass fishermen have been known to have their live wells inspected, but have put secret live wells in their boat.
Yeah, so they can cull.
Right. So they go out fishing a day ahead of time, and they have
that too.
Fish stuck in their live wells. So
yeah, or they have other live wells so they can break the culling rules, because you're only allowed to cull a certain amount. So, and you're only allowed to have a certain amount on the boat at a time. So.
And these are probably the same people that were so against the R3 movement, but yet they cheat at fishing tournaments.
It's fishing and hunting are 2 sports that shouldn't have any competitions involved in. It's all ethics.
Yep.
People.
With one exception. Who can kill the most coyotes?
Okay.
I suppose we could expand that to prairie dogs too.
You get. I remember back in the 70s, there were out in Arizona, Colorado, the Four Corners area in there, and even into California, they had big varmint shoots. I mean, they would go out and have money shoots for who could shoot the most dogs.
Yeah.
So that died off.
Yeah. They still have
Um,
the coyote ones in some areas, but not a lot.
right.
They were going to have one up in here, and the lovely
PETA.
antis
Yeah.
raised a huge fit, and the DNR just decided that they didn't want the bad publicity. So,
And that's what I said. I try to say to people that we're in a sport that has no referees.
Yep.
The only people to judge ourselves are ourselves, and maybe a game warden if you get caught.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's the ethics of hunting that translate to the rest of the rest of your life, as far as how you're gonna be in as a person throughout. So
Gerald is correct. Killing for no reason is unethical. But what we're talking about is coyote populations ridiculously out of control. And then prairie dog populations ridiculously out of control. So,
and if you ever watch what they do to prairie dogs, I mean, go around and drop poison down every hole, you know, and coyotes, they bait with poison.
Yep.
And who knows what he gets to eat the bait, because you don't know, raptors and everything else that
yeah.
could eat it. So,
And that's the thing with the prairie dogs with the poison is
right.
There's a lot of not just coyotes. So, no, buffalo was not out of control at one time. That's a whole different story, and that's political, and we're not going into that. But buffalo was not out of control in this country. So, if you look up the reasons why there was the great buffalo hunts in the last half of the 1800s, you will find out, and it has nothing to do with population control. So, but anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
So, and I get Gerald's point of mass shootings. Yeah, mass shootings just to shoot. Yeah, that's a problem. What I'm talking about and what these contests were for is because, so you've got an area like, Dane County, where I live. It's a metropolitan county. There is a lot of coyotes, and there's coyotes that are,
people are losing their dogs, their small dogs and cats to
coyotes
to
inside
coyotes.
inside the city, not like on the edge, but we're talking like half a mile in. And at some point in time, they're going to stop grabbing pets, and they're going to start attacking people because they don't
have no fear.
They don't have any fear, and they don't have a predator. So, anyway. But
the only thing that I think we should really have a good open season on is politicians and lawyers.
Yeah, baby. Mm-hmm.
No, we just need term limits.
Yeah, that's a term limit.
It is a very definite term limit.
I'm sorry, but that is a waste of a perfectly good projectile.
What do you mean? I mean, you're eliminating, the vermin.
Nope. Not it's a waste of a perfectly good projectile.
So, okay.
Depending on things in the future, that opinion may change, but at the current moment, that's a waste of a perfectly good projectile. So, anyway,
they make more.
Always in Minecraft. So, I'm not sure why, but those of you who are fans of Glenn Tate and Shelby and Prepper 2.0, they got permanently pulled from YouTube this week. So I'm not sure why. So looks like YouTube's cracking down again. So if you go to the Reloading Podcast YouTube page and we're not there anymore, that's what happened. So we'll probably head over to Rumble, Full 30, that type of thing. So, and we're on Twitch. So we stream live on Twitch. I don't know if we actually have anybody that watches us live on Twitch, but we stream live on Twitch every week. So anyway, so did anybody else get their new patch of the month?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was neat, and then I was gonna post it, and then I was like, maybe not.
I want the gun. Jim, you don't get to show yours because it's still in the bag.
I had to look at it twice because I didn't catch it at first, and I was like, oh, maybe that's not something I should be posting where little girls follow.
All right, posted mine. Posted on Facebook and Instagram.
Well, you don't have young ladies that follow you, Jim.
Yeah. So anyway,
I thought it was rather hot myself. Wanda the Wicked Witch.
You need to lower your hand a little, because you chopped off her head, or was that the intent?
No, I had her there. So, are you talking about Jim? No. See. But it's an AR platform she's on with the fancy adjustable length of pull and cheek stock with a can on it, and she's using it as a broom. So.
With a loaded magazine.
Anyway.
Doesn't do any good if it's unloaded.
Exactly. What good's an unloaded magazine?
That's right.
It's like, what good is an unloaded gun?
Yeah.
None. It's not good. Not good at all.
Got some lessons tonight at the gun club about planning for eventual break-ins or whatever, planning for being assaulted and so on and so forth.
Yep.
Got some eye-opening.
Well done, Fuzzy Fork 8. Well done. I'm not reading that one, but I approve. Anyway. Hey, you're not going to respect private property. So.
That could wind up getting you in jail.
I don't think he did it in the.
Well, you cut a tree down, I was just out there, I had to cut some firewood.
Yep, I needed some firewood. Tree was kind of looked like it was weak. So.
It was lean and funny.
That's right. And it had a weird growth.
Yep. And it wasn't burl.
No. Oh, man. So, that's got 2 canalures on it. That bullet that was stuck earlier?
Yeah.
It's got 2 canalures.
Okay.
I've never seen a bullet with 2 canalures before.
Okay, yeah, they have made them.
I have some Remington 6.5 stuff at the house, some bullets.
They have made them.
Interesting. So
the idea behind it was to be able to
adjustable seating depth.
Adjustable seating depth. The shorter ones were for longer cartridges, and it always seemed like the the longer ones for shorter cartridges. It was one of them kind of deals. But yeah, they quite a few years ago they were making them. A lot of them had two cannelers on them, so you could crimp to different places.
So it is the fall kickoff savings sale currently going on at Primary Arms. Starting off with some AR stuff. And a lot of please add to cart to price. So, ooh.
Nice.
Precision Defense AR barreled up over receiver, 16-inch barrel, $189. Sig Sauer Romeo MSR for $89.99. It's not a bad optic.
Oh,
Aero Precision Bolt Carrier Group, nitride, no logo, $114.99. Ooh. Some different billet dust covers from Strike Industries in different colors for ARs, 15s and AR 10s. All sorts of fun stuff. Stuff that would get me in trouble if I actually started buying any of it.
doesn't that always get in trouble?
Right. Right you are.
But I had this years ago. Don't you remember this? I just haven't taken it out lately.
Right? Lots of magazines in stock on sale. Lots and lots of magazines. Ooh. Magpul M-Bus sites on sale. All sorts of fun.
Remington made a bolt action, guys, Gerald. The 788 and 3030.
Savage made 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Fuzz T48, we can talk about Tupperware. They're actually going to start selling that crap at Target now. I'm not kidding. I saw it on the news yesterday. They're actually going to start selling Tupperware at Target. And you know dang well, everybody that is either on this podcast or listening or watching this podcast has that cupboard that when you put your dishes away, you open the door quick, you toss stuff in, you slam the door shut and hold it for a second. Because if you actually open that for any longer time, there's Tupperware all over the kitchen floor. Everybody has one. You do.
I don't. No,
What,
I have
what, you got Rubbermaid?
I got Rubbermaid containers, them big, like super long ones you can probably pack stuff in.
Oh, aren't you high class then?
No, my kitchen's not that big.
Paul I don't think Winchester did make a 3030.
Yeah, they did. Back in the days, yes, they did.
Okay.
They did. It was in the 54 line.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It wasn't very popular, but they made a bolt in that. Okay. Someone's got to go out there, Nick.
I figured since Nick had dogs, I had to go get dogs. So
Well, she just went like 15, 20 minutes ago. So
there you go.
I'll go
right.
check real quick.
So yeah, Savage. I want to say was a 325 series.
Two models. They made two of them. Different one was in the 300 series, and the other one was in their 100 series, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I know the 325 because I had one on hold at Cabela's for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Aero Precision assembled AR upper for $79.99 at
What?
assembled Aero Precision upper. So that's with the forward assist and the dust cover assembly for $79.99 at
Primary Arms.
yeah, that's a heck of a deal on an Aero.
Yeah.
I had to wait for that to load so I could tell. Nice. Because it was one of those add to your cart.
Yeah. Model 10. Yeah.
Oh, 340, not 325. Okay, my bad. Anyway, but yeah, we had one. I had one on hold, and then I was told that I couldn't buy any more guns, and my fundage dried up for a bit, so I had to take it off hold. We'll get another one in at some point in time. But anyway, ooh. So yeah, they got all sorts of fun stuff on sale. Check them out, primaryarms.com. So anyway, anybody got any shout outs?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Paul for spending my money for me. I got my scope this week. So that cost me 3 bills.
Oh, so you had to work?
I did work, yes. I didn't want
That's
to,
tough.
but yeah.
So what is your opinion?
So far, I'm pretty impressed with that thing.
Okay.
Maybe it's hard to tell because I haven't mounted it on a rifle yet, but quite possibly maybe the eye relief at full
24 power, yeah.
24 power, possibly, but it's hard to tell when you're just holding it in your hand. But the clarity of that thing is it definitely matches my $1,300 scope.
Okay. So you haven't mounted on anything, and I'm sitting there. I'm looking at eye relief in the 3 to 3.5 inch range, which I ain't gonna put it on a 338 Lapua, but
Oh, you're not? I was hoping you would, because then I would too.
but it would. I think maybe I take off the flip up scope cap on it, and that might give you a little bit more because that uses up a good 1/4 inch of eye relief on that.
No, I haven't even put that on yet.
Okay.
There you go.
So.
Well, now you know not to put it on.
Yep.
So.
And I don't worry about it because it's going on a 6BR, so I'm fine. They don't kick.
There you go.
I do have an AR-10 that doesn't have a scope at this point.
There you go.
That might work just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got a bolt action 223 that needs a scope as well.
You think?
I think.
We'll see when you have Jason money and you don't have to work anymore because you're semi-retired and you move to Idaho. You kind
And
of
buy a
forget
new
how.
tractor. They bought a new tractor, and put a garden in and all this drip tape and all this other kind of stuff.
A new shed.
Yeah.
You kind of forget what you got for guns. Either that or he's just old and senile. One of the two. I think
And ugly.
the rich story sounds better. Well, that has nothing to do with it. Shrenda, you got any shout outs?
Not at the
Better.
moment.
You better.
Besides y'all?
No. Where have you been the last few weeks? What'd you go visit?
Well, Crimson Trace, yeah.
Yeah, see, this is the point where you give a shout out. So you say
What?
thank you. Yeah.
I have said. I thought I did. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm running on both ends of the wick.
Well, no. This is kind of like a separate portion. So.
Okay. Well, I do want to send a big shout out to Crimson Trace. I went up there to be annoying, and they sent me back like Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah, the funny part was I thought when they told me they were giving me a scope, I thought they were giving me one. They gave me two. The exact quote unquote the exact same scope, but one was first focal and one second focal. And their reasoning behind that was, well, how can you compare the two? If I'm like, I see the marketing thing you did there.
Mm-hmm.
Works for me. But so far it's been nice. Like it was.
Next time you got to hit them up for some of their handgun sites. You got to try that out.
Well, I didn't hit them up for these, so I don't know. They might be like, "Girl, you one and done. Get out of here." It's for me, it's kind of like a fine line. Like I definitely have got some blessings and some kickbacks, but at the same time, you try. You don't want to be greedy,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want it to appear as if you're being entitled or that people, because some people actually feel like, well, they're just giving you stuff because you're a woman. Well, I mean that probably is 98% of the case. But at least personally with me, I make it a point that if I have a product, we have a product. It's not just me being stingy with it. Everybody is sick of me saying, try this, use this, borrow this.
Mm-hmm. But see, you've gotten a reputation of doing that and making sure, and that's why you're getting these opportunities, is because these companies do want they do want to get this product out there, and they want to get it out to new markets. And lame old white guys are not the market they were trying to get to. So,
well, not only that, but they are a new market because they are new shooters and get new shooters into new things. Us old guys that have been around a while, we sit down and go, okay, a scope. Well, how much is a Leopold going to cost, or how much is a Citron going to cost us, or a Vortex? Okay, here's Crimson Trace. Don't know anything about them.
Yeah, because my comment to them was like, I think, and I was serious. It's like, I think I knew y'all made scopes, but I don't think I knew y'all made scopes because that's not what I knew them for. So
yeah. Most people know them for lasers.
Yeah.
Now I know them for optics because we sell them. So, but one of the things that they did for you is they gave you two optics, same magnification, one first focal plane, one second focal plane. So you can learn the difference and the benefits and advantages of each, and then you can share that with your group so that they know. Because you could probably go to, I would say, at least 60% of the people are running around the woods chasing whitetails and ask them what the difference is between the two, and they're gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, what was kind
Yeah.
of cool this past weekend is we have multiple rifles, and so I mounted on different rifles, and we were just looking at them. Just I think we spent 30 minutes just playing with the damn dials. Oh, I like this feature. I like that feature. Oh, this doesn't have that. That was nice.
Right.
Outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because looking at optic outside is a whole different ball game from looking at it
Mhm.
inside.
Yes. Agreed.
That's one of the things that was nice about Brownells. Is when we were down there, they have a little corner on the sales floor that is for optics, and they have them all mounted on uh, rifle stocks, and then they have a window that you look out to look outside,
Perfect.
and it's just a little single pane glass. It's not anything fancy. It's not enough to actually distort your view, but you're
Mhm.
literally looking outside instead of trying to look at crap inside underneath fluorescent lights.
Yes, that is about 50 yards away.
Hmm.
If that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's cool. They gave you both options, and then you got that for an experience. So,
I did,
Oh,
and I'm also trying to romance them into doing something a little bigger. So we'll see. I told them, think about it for 2023.
there you go.
I'm sure I could easily get a good 30 ladies in on that.
mhm.
So, D-Dub D37, congratulations. He just got back from his boys' last 7th grade game. And he only lost one game. It was fun to help coach. So, that's
Oh,
cool when
congrats.
parents get involved in coaching. So, Craig NMZ kind of summed up my opinion of it. Second focal plane only for hunting.
Hmm.
My exception to that would be long range hunting, like say out west, elk, sheep, stuff like that. You're looking at 400 yard, 500-yard shots. First focal plane can be a benefit. Otherwise, long range, like when you asked Shrend, I said if it's under 400 yards, don't bother with don't first focal plane.
Hmm.
Just go with the second. That was my suggestion to you. Now, I'm pretty sure that you did what you do, which is get all the information in before you make a decision, which is what you should do. But like what I agree with Craig, but he bought a CZ 457 trainer, which is a 22, and he wants a second focal plane. So
No.
Yeah.
First
But-
focal plane and a 22 trainer
yeah,
because I'm going to be dialing. So,
right. And if you're shooting 50 yards, a second focal plane on a 22 is fine. But the problem you run into is
if I'm
you're going to
shooting,
zoom out, and now your crosshairs are covering your target, so you have to use a secondary optic to see where you hit. You can't use your optic to look. You can't look through your optic, see where you hit, because your crosshairs are covering your bullets, your bullet holes.
a
So
second focal plane.
right.
Yeah.
So
First focal plane, I can sit down and it stays the same size whichever way I'm looking at it. So I'm not, according to the magnification. So if I got to go shoot at something at 25 yards, I can adjust my magnification so I get a good crosshair size picture there and can make my adjustments. And then if I got to shoot at 130 yards with that 22, I can again crank up and crank the magnification up and crank up the my elevation to match.
Yep.
And it reads correctly both ways. Where a second focal plane won't read correctly except at one magnification.
So DW D37 says I like first focal plane with a lighter reticle for hunting. It takes away the not being able to see the tiny reticle. Works good for me. And that's some of it is personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, depending on the manufacturer, sometimes first focal planes are more expensive because there's more work that goes into making them. So,
Most
but it
of
all
the
depends on
time,
what you're doing.
most of the time they're getting you because they are making a first focal plane, and they're making it. I mean, okay, you guys want this, we're going to get more money for it.
Yep. So, but anyway, someday we'll actually get somebody on from one of the optics companies and just sit down and talk optics for a night. That's something I'm working on, but I really haven't had success getting somebody lined up. So Vortex kind of really isn't interested at the current moment because they have their own podcasts. So, but that may change. So anyway, that kind of rounds everything up for tonight. So, just trying to think. Yeah, I know it's dangerous. Good thing is the smoke detector's out there. It won't go off. At any rate, if you want to get a hold of us, reloadingpodcast@gmail.com, 608-467-0308. We're on social media all over the place. MeWe, Facebook, Discord, Instagram. You can, if you want the Discord, send us an email, reloadingpodcast@gmail.com. Sorry, I looked at the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, you silly Kiwi. Anyway. So at that rate, keep your brass shiny.
Jump on
Keep
the
your
Millsurp
powder
short.
dry. Sorry, Nick.
You're
Stepped
good.
Right over the top of you.
You're
You need
good.
to learn your place, young man.
It's been so long. Jump on the Millsurp short bus.
Sharenda.
Unmute. Unmute
Trying to
yourself,
get-
Brenda.
Bus, I'm sick of my computer. I didn't even hit mute. So is Mike messing with me?
No, I did not mute you this time, I swear.
Okay. Well, teach a lady how to reload and then let us pinch off your stash a little bit. Just a little bit.
Come on up, I'll give you a primer.
A box of a brick of primers.
One primer.
One primer.
One primer. Here you go. Get your tweezers.
Grandpa told me not to listen to my mama. He said that violence does solve problems.
Especially with
Sports
explosives.
Second Amendment all the way to a.
If you're struggling, gang, 988 or 1-800-273-8255. Reach out. There's trained professionals on the other end there to talk, listen, help you get directed to get the help you need. We need you here and we want you here. Thanks, everyone. And
I know.